On this episode, we invite you on our staycation getaway just outside Los Angeles. Here sits a 150-year-old full-service hotel and spa called the Mission Inn. This is a modern-day attraction for the wealthy, famous minds, and celebrities who can dine and relax in an immersive living museum. Here is Adventures with Ron and Anneke.
It's Anneke's birthday today, so we decided to go spend some time in beautiful weather in Riverside. We're going to a historical hotel. It's called Mission Inn, a hotel and spa. It's a beautiful place. You'll see it later in our video.
In Riverside, California. It's only about an hour drive away from the Valley in Los Angeles. The Mission Inn. Road trip, here we come. Today we are headed east from Los Angeles. A small distance and we feel transported back in time. We are headed to the Mission Inn. We're almost there. This hotel is 150 years old. And we're coming for my birthday. On special
Turn left onto 6th Street.
Thanks, Siri. Neighboring buildings include the Riverside Art Museum, Fox Performing Arts Center, Riverside Convention Center, Chinese Pavilion, and Downtown Library. Here we are. There is valet, but we chose to park our car by ourselves on the backside. We're going in the back way because we parked in the back. They got their lights out for Christmas. Or they're putting them up.
That's a historical hotel in Riverside, built in 1876. A lot of presidents came to this hotel. This is Anneke. I'll show you more later. As we head our way towards the grand front entrance, we see Christmas decorations are going up. We're going there tonight. That's the one for tonight. This present-day hotel and spa was designated a National Historic Landmark on May 5th, 1977. It has undergone many architectural additions and a huge restoration to get it to its present-day glory. Here is the Nanjing Bell. It has moved several times on the property before being placed to greet guests as they arrive. It was a gift to the first owner and was one of the first items to leave China after the fall of the Qing dynasty in 1912. Way before the gold rush, Spanish Franciscan priests established 21 mission settlements along Southern California with the goal to spread Christianity among the local Native Americans and lay Spanish, later Mexican, claims to the region. The Mission Inn Hotel and Spa began as an adobe boarding house 150 years ago in 1876. Frank Miller, master of the inn, had two macaws, Napoleon and Joseph, that lived many decades to greet guests. Details of their likeness lay around the hotel, lay honor to how much they were adored, as you will see later. Frank Miller and his family managed the hotel until the mid-1950s. At this point, it changed many hands and risked demolition. In the late 1980s, Dwayne and Kelly Roberts purchased the iconic property, then initiated a 7-year, $55 million renovation and reopened the hotel in 1992. It is now a multiple award-winning premier luxury California destination. The Mission Inn's symbol is the bell. As you enter, you can find the oldest bell in Christendom, dating back to 1247. Frank Miller procured the bell while in London at the shop of the bell founders who cast Big Ben. The inn at one time had a collection of 800 antique bells and gongs of all sorts, but now it's still an astonishing 500 that remain. This is the Presidential Lounge. The Mission Inn has hosted many U.S. presidents: Nixon, who got married in what is now the Presidential Lounge; Reagan, who honeymooned here; Bush, Roosevelt, Taft, Hoover, McKinley, Kennedy, and more. Unfortunately, we happen to come on a weekday where this bar, Dwayne's Restaurant, and the Hotel and Catacomb tours were closed or unavailable, but there's still plenty to explore. In the early days, Frank Miller filled the hotel with valuable items from across the world, including artwork, furniture, and religious relics. There is an eclectic theme to the details and decorations, even before the Christmas lights go up. After the Spanish architecture and Christian stained glass, I've mentioned the bells, and there's also details of Asian influence, which I'll get into, and definitely the beloved macaw birds. As we go around, I'll start pointing out the details of Frank Miller's resident macaws. The blue and gold macaw, Napoleon, was named after the colors of the French Revolutionary's uniform, and the scarlet macaw was named Joseph after the bright technicolors of the plumage. Despite its historic charm, the Mission Inn has kept pace with modern luxuries and continues to serve as a top-tier hotel and event venue. Whether it's a luxurious weekend getaway, a wedding, or a family vacation, the Mission Inn offers both historic grandeur and modern comfort. Ooh, a grand piano. This is Dwayne's Steakhouse that is sadly closed today. Also, guests can enjoy state-of-the-art amenities, including a business center, modern fitness facilities, a heated pool, and upscale rooms that still retain the hotel's historic charm. Each one is completely unique. You'll never stay in the same hotel room. Let's look at the pool again for a moment. Your upscale modern amenities on the pool deck include lounge chairs, umbrellas, seasonal poolside dining, and towels are provided among this carefully coiffed garden oasis. Now it's finally time that we can go to our room. We came up this tiny little elevator, and now we're walking through this wide hallway. It's got lots of antiques even in the hallway. Chairs and lamps. Ooh. Trying to find our room. All right, time for our self-exploration tour. Frank Miller saw the property as more than just a hotel. He was a passionate collector of art and cultural artifacts, which he incorporated throughout the inn. One of the most remarkable collections is the array of Asian antiques, which includes ceramic vases, intricate wooden panels, and sculptures that bring Eastern influence to otherwise predominantly Western aesthetic. The hotel also showcases antique furniture pieces such as hand-carved Spanish sideboard, ornately carved armoires, elegant writing desks, and Victoria-era candle holders and chairs. These furnishings are carefully preserved and each piece has a story. We are now going to explore the exterior wings and courtyards, but let's back it up a little bit. The Mission Inn Hotel and Spa began as an adobe boarding house 150 years ago in 1876. In 1903, Frank Miller bought the land from his father and expanded it by 200 guest rooms in a variety of Spanish and Mediterranean architectural styles.
Hi!
3 more wings emerged as demand grew: the cloister, the Spanish wing, and the rotunda wing, all completed in 1931. Let's go to the rotunda wing first. If you feel lost, not to worry, you can get a map when you arrive at check-in to help you on your own self-tour. Should you be an architecture lover, there is a variety of architectural styles you can observe as you walk through the hotel's many courtyards, corridors, and rooms. As we go through, I will attempt to point out the different styles.
but if you are an expert, please correct me in the comments below. We are on the top floor, Rotunda Wing, in the Garden of the Sky. The hotel's sweeping arches, tiled roofs, and red terracotta details are characteristic of the Spanish colonial revival style, which was popular in the early 20th century. All these rooms are suites, and in the corner is the superior suite called Amistad, meaning friendship. The massive rotunda is adorned with an array of artwork and decorative features that reflect the cultural influences Miller loved. These artistic elements are interwoven with architectural details such as carved columns, Moorish ironwork, Spanish arches, and ornate plasterwork with decorative, unique coats of arms in between each arch. This is called the Garden of the Sky, with the Amistad in the back. What do you think, Ron?
Oh, breathtaking. It's amazing.
It
I
is,
believe
it
there's
really
something
is.
in California.
Built in 1876. Next is the Spanish Wing. What was that?
The stone is diffusing heat.
It's warm. It's like
It's absorbed all the heat from the sun.
70 out, but it feels more like a sauna in this area. Now that it's sunset, it's going to get cooler. Now we have arrived on the Cloister Wing rooftop. We could not have ordered better weather for this day, and the oblique sunlight has kissed a golden dew over the trees. Here's where the Mission Inn features intricate tile mosaics, stunning Moorish arches, and ornate ironwork, offering a taste of the exotic romantic architecture of North Africa and the Middle East. Down below is the Mission Inn restaurant, serving classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist. You can get this room where this is your patio.
So we're not having dinner here today? We're having dinner somewhere else?
We're going to have breakfast there tomorrow. This is the perfect place for a romantic dinner or a celebratory gathering. The restaurant's beautiful interior features grand arches and a cozy, intimate ambiance. These bright magenta bougainvillea plants ordain the entire grounds. Native to South America, they were probably brought north during the Spanish missions. Heading down a floor, we find this plaque that says, "Animated Clock, designed by Alice Miller Hutchings, the daughter of Frank Miller." The rotating animation wasn't part of the original design. Alice added it in 1953. Some of the hotel's most popular features are due to her influence, like the massive Nanjing Bell and the pool. She was a mother of 3 children and was born and died in Riverside. This Spanish patio, which houses the Mission Inn restaurant, embodies the inner court's beauty and offers extensive details with a broad history at which to gaze. Alice Miller Hutchings also introduced the famous Flyers Wall with her air-minded husband and son.
We're here by St. Francis of Assisi, beautiful chapel in the Mission.
On December 15th, 1932, a ceremony outside the chapel of St. Francis of Assisi was dedicated as an aviator shrine. This large copper plaque, designed by Alice, reads, "Francis of Assisi, lover of birds and birdmen, patron saint." This is the famous Flyers Wall, where famous aviators who visited the inn could leave a visual record of their visit with the ceremony. Many military, along with Amelia Earhart and John Glenn, signed a total of 161 plaques over the years. One can have their wedding in this chapel, which houses an impressive assortment of religious artifacts. Tiffany stained glass windows, a massive hand-carved gold leaf altar from Mexico, which dates back to the 1740s from the Franciscan missionaries. Here's another style of architecture, giving the feel of the Italian and Spanish Renaissance. Characteristics here include ornate facades with symmetry, stonework with a religious theme,
and a grand archway welcoming people to the church. Combined, it all evokes a grandeur of old European palaces. The Mission Inn, altogether on its own, makes me feel like I'm royalty and living in a palace.
Now we're in the wing with some big banquet hall rooms, and we're looking over this Asian-inspired area. I'm telling you, this place is huge.
This area is reminiscent of a pagoda, complete with an 8.5-foot tall, 300-year-old Japanese Buddha that Frank Miller saved from a fire in his travels to Japan 100 years ago. Frank Miller built the Ho'okan banquet room and outdoor space in 1925, filling it with imported lanterns. There are many meeting rooms and banquet halls available to rent at various sizes. Most are on the rotunda wing. We keep zigzagging across the hotel as we descend in floor levels, passing the Spanish patio every time.
It's that dusk time where it's so enchanting. We've got all the lights coming on. Christmas.
Now let's take a quick look at the top floor in the front of the hotel. These are also hotel upscale rooms with incredible views and fresh air. The two wings to the west and east in the front are both called Mission Wings. Yes, separate again from everything we have seen so far.
We're gonna go here for dinner.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We have a couple more places to check out before the sun completely sets on us and darkness falls. Just past reception, we find some more unexplored territory. This says it's the Glenwood Tavern that used to look like this. And next to it is the Grand Parisian Ballroom, used for big weddings. We can't see in, but the website says it looks like this. A little more exploring down here, and my guess is this is the way to the catacombs. The front desk told us that the October catacomb tours for Halloween sold out within an hour, and they have since gotten 1 million calls and emails to be on the wait list. Just past reception on the ground level is the way out to the Spanish patio where today the Mission Inn restaurant serves.
This is the Mission Inn restaurant. So we're in California cuisine. Yeah, you get a little bit of everything. You get some salads, seafood, some pastas, steaks. Breakfast in the morning. We usually serve it from 6:30 indoors. We open the patio around 9 o'clock. And then we go into lunch. We close from 10:30 to 11. After that, we go to lunch. And then at 1 o'clock, we start serving our dinner.
All the flags make the place feel inclusive and welcoming to every nationality. The Spanish patio provides a stunning outdoor setting with views of the lush gardens, making it a popular spot for brunch or afternoon tea. If you were thinking it, it's true. The Mission Inn has been the backdrop for many movies. In the early days of moving pictures, my own industry, multiple silent films chose this as a period backdrop. But most recently, you might remember 1998's Man in the Iron Mask, starring Leonardo DiCaprio.
Heading to the spa?
We're heading to see the spa, named after Kelly Roberts. Dwayne Roberts is the gentleman, and Kelly is his wife. Dwayne put his name on the steakhouse, and Kelly put her name on the little boutique and spa.
Kelly's spa at the Mission Inn offers a wide range of treatments from massages to facials, and Kelly's own line of products. Guests can indulge here while enjoying the peaceful atmosphere of the hotel's historic gardens.
We're in the backside. There's this amazing shopping place. It's all to ourselves because we're here on a Monday. But the weather's great.
The weather's can't get any better. This is amazing. We're in November, wearing short sleeves.
Thanks,
Love
global
California.
warming. But it's very cute little shopping area out the backside.
My parents love antiquing, and I guess it's rubbed off.
We found this cute little antique store on our way. I found a Zoltar from the movie Big. To tell you your fortune.
We are back on the grounds and are heading to get ready for dinner. Las Campanas is the restaurant for dinner, and you guessed it, it means the bells. One of the most magical times to visit the Mission Inn is during the Festival of Lights, which takes place every holiday season. The festival has become a tradition in Riverside, attracting hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. It began in 1992 when the hotel's owners, Dwayne and Kelly Roberts, decided to decorate the inn with festive lights as a way to spread holiday cheer.
They did a little turn down service for us. Got some Mission Inn chocolates. We're going out to dinner. We dressed up a little bit so we can go out to dinner tonight. This hotel's so magical. It's probably haunted too.
We were lucky enough to get a cozy place by the fire. We ordered the fresh guacamole, where our server made it before our eyes.
Are you guys here for anything special today, or happy birthday?
Oh, he gave it to me. Oh, he's gonna feed me, but I'm scared it's gonna fall all over me.
Happy birthday.
Husband got me a cake, a birthday cake at the restaurant.
Right, make a wish.
Time for one last birthday drink at the California Lounge before we turn it in for the night. It's the next morning and we arise refreshed.
Going to the pool for a morning dip.
Ron takes a few laps in the main pool, but seeing as it's November, it's a little cool. Also, how did we get so lucky to have the pool and jacuzzi all to ourselves?
This is much more our style. Warmer.
Meanwhile, the Christmas elves have been busy setting up the hotel's decorations. I'd love to come back when it's finished to soak in all the magic. Next, we enjoy some brunch at the Spanish patio at the Mission Inn restaurant. Here is where you can really take the time to see all the eclectic details, enhancing the already awe-inspiring architecture. Okay, time to check out and say goodbye, but this staycation will always live in our memories. One last look at some architecture before we go. This next style features deep window framing arches that are symmetrical and repetitive, large flat stucco or adobe surfaces that are usually smooth and unadorned, and low-pitched roofs with red clay tiles. This is all an example of the modern Mission Revival architecture. We've just finished our stay. We're on our way home now. It was a lovely getaway from Los Angeles. The ambiance.
Ambiance is beautiful. Magnificent.
And
We had fun splashing in the pool.
Yes. Anyway, we're on our way home now. If you've made it this far, thank you. Let us know in the comments if you liked it, and or if you found more bells or macaws that I missed. Everywhere in Riverside, you can see the bells in details. If you could, we sure would appreciate a like, a subscribe, and a share. See you next time.